Hello, everyone! In today's lecture, I'm going to explain line by line another beautiful and emotional sonnet by William Shakespeare. But before I begin, if you're new to my channel, then please make sure to like and subscribe for more detailed poetry breakdowns. Now let me tell you a little background about this sonnet. In this poem, Shakespeare is expressing sorrow and love at the same time. The poet feels hurt because the person he loves is ignoring him, treating him with disdain, which means disrespect or coldness. But ironically, the beloved is also mourning, dressing in black and looking sad. The poet notices that this sadness or mourning actually suits his beloved's appearance and makes them even more beautiful. So he requests that the beloved should also let the heart feel sad for him just as the face looks sad. So there's a balance between appearance and feeling. And in the end, he declares that if mourning looks this beautiful, then beauty itself must be black. Now let's go line by line. Thine eyes I love, and they as pitying me. It means, I love your eyes, and they seem to look at me with pity, as if they feel sorry for me. Shakespeare is expressing deep affection for the beloved's eyes. The word thine is an Old English form of a word for the pronoun your, and I love simply shows his strong emotional attachment. Then he says, and they as pitying me, which suggests that the eyes look at him with a gentle, sympathetic expression, as if they understand his suffering or sorrow in love. The word pitying here doesn't mean looking down on someone in a negative way. Rather, it means to feel compassion or kindness towards someone who is hurting. So the poet imagines that the eyes of his beloved feel his emotional pain and respond with a kind, soft look that comforts him. This creates a touching image of silent, emotional communication through the beloved's eyes, showing love, understanding, and sympathy without needing any words. And then says, knowing thy heart torment me with disdain. In this line, Shakespeare is directly addressing his beloved and expressing the pain he feels. The phrase, thy heart torment me with disdain, means that the beloved's heart, or inner feelings, causes him emotional suffering because of disdain, which means coldness, rejection, or lack of love. In simple words, the poet is saying, I know that your heart hurts me because you treat me with indifference. He feels deeply wounded not just by actions, but by the emotional coldness and lack of affection coming from the one he loves. The word torment means to cause intense suffering or pain, especially emotional. Disdain refers to a feeling of contempt, scorn, or lack of interest. By saying, thy heart torment me with disdain, the poet means that he is fully aware that the person he loves is emotionally distant, perhaps even looking down on him, and this causes him great suffering. And then says, have put on black and loving mourners be. Here he notices that the beloved is wearing black clothes, like someone who is in mourning. The word mourning refers to someone who is sad because of loss or death who sees. The image of mourning to reflect his emotional sorrow. The phrase put on black refers to wearing black clothes, which is traditionally a sign of grief and mourning for someone who has died. Loving mourners suggests people who are full of love and sorrow, mourning a loss with genuine affection. Here, Shakespeare is likely speaking metaphorically. He imagines that those who care for him have dressed in black and act like mourners because of the emotional pain caused by his beloved's rejection. In simple terms, he's saying that love itself has gone into mourning for him, because the pain of being unloved feels like a kind of death. Looking with pretty ruth upon my pain. In this line, he describes how the beloved is looking at him with ruth, which means pity or compassion. But he adds the word pretty, showing that even the look of pity is beautiful. In simple terms, Shakespeare is saying, you look at my pain with such gentle pity that even that makes you look more lovely. The beloved's sympathetic gaze makes the poet feel both comforted and enchanted. In other words, you can say that his beloved is looking to his pain in a sympathetic way, and it gives him comfort. And then says, "And truly not the morning sun of heaven?" In this line, Shakespeare is beginning a comparison. He says that even the morning sun, which rises in the sky and is usually seen as beautiful and powerful, is not more fitting or not more lovely than what he's about to describe next. The phrase morning sun of heaven refers to the bright sun rising in the sky at dawn, a symbol of beauty, hope, and light. By starting this way, he's preparing to say that even this grand, natural beauty is less impressive than the way his beloved looks when she is mourning or showing sorrow. Simply, Shakespeare says that even the beautiful rising sun in the sky is not as lovely as how his beloved looks when she is full of sorrow or pity. Better becomes the gray cheeks of the east. He continues the comparison he began in the previous line. He says that the morning sun shines beautifully on the gray cheeks of the east. This means the sun looks good when it rises in the eastern sky, which appears gray and pale just before dawn. The word becomes here means suits or looks good on, and gray cheeks of the east is a poetic way of describing the dim or pale sky at sunrise. So he's saying the sun makes the early morning sky look lovely, but he will soon explain that something else looks even better. In other words, you can say that he says the sun looks beautiful when it shines on the pale morning sky in the east, but he is about to say that his beloved's sorrowful face looks even more beautiful than that, nor that full star that ushers in the even. Now he compares the beloved to the evening star, which is usually the planet Venus. That full star means the bright evening star, and ushers in the even means it appears in the sky just before nightfall. So he is saying that not even the evening star, which is known for its beauty, looks as glorious as the beloved's sad expression. Simply, you can say, he continues his comparison and says the even, the full start which comes in the evening, is not as beautiful as his beloved. The word even means evening. And then says, "Doth half that glory to the sober west?" In this line, Shakespeare is saying that the evening star, which appears in the sky as the sun sets, doesn't bring even half as much beauty to the quiet western sky as the woman's sad eyes bring to her face. The word doth means does, and glory means beauty or brightness. The sober west refers to the calm and serious sky in the west during sunset. Shakespeare is comparing nature's beauty to the woman's beauty, and he says that even the shining evening star cannot match the soft, graceful sadness in her eyes. In simple words, he is saying that her eyes, full of gentle sorrow, make her face more beautiful than anything in the sky, as those two morning eyes become thy face. In this line, he is saying that the woman's eyes, which look sorrowful or mournful, actually make her face look even more beautiful. The word mourning here means expressing sadness, and become means suit or add beauty to. So he is expressing the idea that her sad eyes don't make her look worse. In fact, they make her look more graceful and lovely. It's as if sorrow fits her face so perfectly that it enhances her beauty. In other words, you can say, he's saying that her sad eyes make her face look even more beautiful than usual. Oh, let it then as well beseem thy heart. In this line, Shakespeare is saying, if your face looks so beautiful when it shows sadness for me, then let your heart also feel the same sadness. The word beseem means to match or to suit. So he is kindly asking the woman to let her heart match her sad-looking face. He wants her to not just look like she feels sorry for him, but to actually feel sorry for him inside her heart too. In simple terms, he's saying, your sad face looks lovely, but I hope your heart also feels that sadness for me. Since the woman's face looks beautiful when it shows sorrow for him, her heart should also truly feel that sorrow. He doesn't want her sadness to be just on the outside. He hopes her inner feelings match what her face is showing. To mourn for me, since mourning doth thee grace, He continues the same idea. He says, "You should mourn for me because mourning makes you look graceful." Simply, it means when the beloved looks sad, she looks even more beautiful. The word grace means beauty, and mourn means to feel sad. So he is telling her, because looking sad makes you look even more beautiful, you should feel sad for me too. He wants her to care about his pain and show some sadness, because it would suit her and make her look even lovelier. And then says, "And suit thy pity like in every part." In this line, he is saying that if the beloved feels pity or sympathy for him, it would perfectly match everything about her: her appearance, her expressions, and her personality. The word suit means to match well, and in every part means in all ways or completely. So he's saying her pity would look just as fitting and beautiful on her as her mourning eyes do. Basically, he means that kindness and sympathy would make her even more beautiful, inside and out. Then will I swear beauty herself is black? In this line, Shakespeare is saying that if the woman shows sympathy and wears mourning black clothes, he will declare that true beauty is black itself. The word swear means to strongly declare or promise, and beauty herself means the very idea or goddess of beauty. So he says that if mourning suits her so well, he would believe that beauty itself wears black, meaning black becomes the symbol of beauty because she makes it look so graceful and lovely. It's a poetic way of praising her appearance and grace even in sadness. And all they foul that thy complexion lack. In this line, Shakespeare is saying everyone who doesn't have your skin tone or your kind of beauty is not beautiful at all. The word foul means ugly or not nice to look at. The word complexion means someone's skin color or appearance. So Shakespeare is saying that your beauty is so perfect and special that anyone who looks different from you, anyone who doesn't have your skin or your look, seems unattractive in comparison. He is praising her so much that he says true beauty looks like her, and anyone who doesn't look like her cannot be called beautiful. I hope you enjoyed this poetic journey with me. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more poetry breakdowns. Thank you!